So many of you have been asking for it this winter. You wanted a big snowstorm. It's happening this weekend. Timing still looks the same. Late Saturday, heaviest of the snow, where we pick up all of that accumulation early on Sunday morning into those early afternoon hours before we start to see that switch over to some sleet and freezing rain. By the time we get to around 11 a.m., we'll start to see that creeping into the area. That low tracks pretty close to the coast. You get that counterclockwise rotation with low pressure, bringing in an onshore flow so that east wind can eat away at some of that snow, transitioning it to some sleet, some freezing rain. This is a look at the European Ensemble Run, the 12Z that came out this afternoon. 7 inches across parts of South Jersey, 8 inches right along the I-95 corridor, and you can see more than that 10 plus as you look to areas northwest. The GFS wants to spit out these really large numbers, but I think, again, what it's not considering is the fact that we're going to see some of that mixing going on. So we're looking at that sleet and freezing rain included in some of those totals that you're seeing there in the GFS. One thing I noticed compared to yesterday's run when it came to the freezing rain, it's picked up a little bit as far as ice accumulation is concerned around the I-95 corridor, up across parts of Philadelphia, and even extending it to South Jersey, where you could see a 1/4 inch of ice if that verifies. A quick look at some of the sleet accumulation. So much going on across the Carolinas into Virginia. And again, some of that sleet that extends into parts of Delaware and South Jersey. I also looked at the Canadian model, the NBM, and overall, this is what I came up with at the shore with that mixing. Again, on the onset, you are going to get some snow accumulation. Then you get that mixing as we look to mid-afternoon on Sunday. So I think that your accumulation pretty much stops as far as snow is concerned. You're looking at 3 to 6 inches. Then we go more into South Jersey and parts of central Delaware. I do think that you could pick up around 6 to 8 inches. And right as we look along the I-95 corridor, it's that 8 to 12 inches from places like DC, Baltimore, all the way through Philadelphia. Areas northwest, as we imagined, you're not really going to see that switch over to sleet and freezing rain. So you will continue to pick up on that snow accumulation, and you could be seeing over a foot of snow in many locations. Again, timing Saturday night through parts of Monday, and after that, just a deep freeze. We are going to experience the expansive Arctic air mass, and that is going to keep everything frozen. So I still expect some cancellations, if not all cancellations on Monday, people trying to dig out. I expect that to potentially continue for delays at least into Tuesday, if not cancellations. This is a pretty decent snowstorm. Everyone needs to prepare now. A little cooler as we wrap up the week on Friday, but hopefully you can get those last minute errands done and just hunker down inside for the remainder of the weekend. If you need to be out on Saturday during the day, it is absolutely fine. If you have any questions about this storm or where you live specifically, let me know and drop it in the comments below.